education is to form the student to ask the right questions.
They are disciples of Jesus.
It's the salvation of souls.
At Cathedral High School, the purpose of a high school education is not merely as a checklist for college. It more than meets the requirements for graduation in the state of Texas, but ultimately our goal sets our sights somewhere beyond.
The Ordinariate of the Chair of St. Peter is perhaps uniquely positioned to develop a curriculum for the education of our young people, drawing upon a very rich history and patrimony.
Cathedral High School is unique from other schools because it's based on the 4 pillars of our patrimony. Sacred worship forms our entire day. We begin with Mass. Sacred wisdom, you will study math and you will study science. We study the great books, history, and we study theology, and all of this is one circle, as John Henry Newman says. All knowledge forms one circle because the beginning of that knowledge, of that wisdom, comes from God. We also have sacred art, where students study the masters of art, but also be creative. Creativity that is ordered to God. And then finally of sacred music, right? Students singing in harmony. So everything has this coherence, this consistency, and all of it is ordered to worship of God, which is the highest thing that we can do as human persons.
The mission of Cathedral High School is to rebuild Catholic culture through a rich education in beauty, truth, and goodness. Our mission as educators is to partner with you, parents, as the first teachers of the faith, in the formation of the academic, spiritual, and social lives of our students so that they can seek their full potential in Christ. In the Catholic Culture course sequence, students study literature, history, and philosophy through this lens of divine revelation that tells the story of Western civilization. This is complemented by a trivium course in grammar, logic, and rhetoric. Our students study mathematics and the natural sciences, what God has arranged in number, measure, and weight. And the curriculum is crowned with theology, the queen of the sciences, where the students learn to see this great gift of wisdom through the lens of divine revelation, which ultimately leads to the students' own place in the life and restoration of Catholic culture.
Formation, it's done in the classroom, and yet it's also done on the field. Here at Cathedral High School, we have a full offering of athletics because we understand that to be part of that education of the full person.
All of our students study sacred art and sacred music because beauty is the attractive power of the truth. And through the experience of becoming co-creators of beauty in sacred art and sacred music, our students are formed to come to know Him more clearly, He who is truth.
And education cultivates a sort of wonder in what the physical world is revealing to them. And the more that we can cultivate that wonder, then we can teach them how to engage that wonder with the right questions. And so a teacher is simply guiding the student to come to the conclusions that will become part of them, which will become not just some piece of information that they dump after a test, but something that they fought for. And so that's the goal, ultimately, of classical education, is to form the person.
In order that this kind of formation really engage the whole person, we have to continually bring our students back to prayer.
This is a community of believers, and one of the perks of our job is that we get to go to Mass together every day.
Each and every day, we start here with Mass at Cathedral High School. Each and every day, we begin with prayer and we end with prayer. That lesson will help these students to go forth from this place to be fully formed.
The students run down the staircase every day over to the cathedral for the celebration of Mass together. It was such great joy.
It ultimately forms us for happiness and forms us to know what we are for. We are for worship, we are for wisdom, we are creative, and all of those things are founded in our very intentional curriculum, our pedagogy, our life here at Cathedral High School, and through our worship in Mass.
We want our young graduates to go back out into the world, into their university campuses, back into their families, into their workplaces, with an understanding of what it means to be a Catholic.
Our students will receive a full academic offering.
Our students will be prepared for college, but we also hope that they're prepared for more than college, and that's our goal. Our goal is students who are open to receiving the call from the Lord. Our goal is that students are open to the discernment of not only their college choice or their choice of career, but to whatever vocation God is calling them to, and ultimately to become saints.
God has created me to do him some definite service.
He has committed some work to me which he has not committed to another.
I have my mission. I may never know it in this life,
but I shall be told it in the next.
I am a link in a chain,
a bond of connection between persons.
He has not created me for naught.
I shall do good.
I shall do his work. I shall be an angel of peace,
a preacher of truth in my own place,
while not intending it if I do but keep his commandments.
Therefore, I will trust him.